Hello, everyone. Good to see you on today or tonight, whenever you're watching Jacobs Ministry. Thank you for being a part of what we're trying to do to charge people faith, to give them hope, and give them encouragement, to let them know that things are getting better every day. So thank you for being a part of Jacobs Ministry. And our prayer is that you be lifted, that you be blessed, that you will grow as you listen to and enjoy the word that we bring to you through Jacobs Ministry. So today, I know Father's Day is last month, but I wanted to share with you 10 things that I learned from my dad. 10 things that I learned from my father. There's one thing I can say about my dad. He was a great exemplary leader. He's a man who led by example. He's a man who modeled the way, and you always knew where my dad stood on certain things. If he didn't like it, he'll let you know. And if he had something to tell you, he would tell you. And if he promised you he was going to do something, you could count on it. Even to the fact that when he promised going to give us a whooping, that sometime we thought he forgot about it. About 8 o'clock at night, he'd pull the covers off of it and say, "You thought I forgot, huh?" So he was a disciplinarian. You know, I was raised by a single parent, my dad, and he didn't have no time to tell you over and over again about something. When he spoke, that was it. And so I love my dad. I thank God for the example that he left for all of us. You know, all 9 of us. He left an example for us to follow. And so I wanted to share with you 10 things that I learned from him as we honor our fathers. And I know it's late in another month, but we want to honor our fathers and thank God for them. And I wanted to just share with you what I've learned, what I've gleaned, what my father taught me. So, number one thing I want to let you know that my dad, you know, that here's one thing that I do know about my dad, that he did the best he could with what he had at the time he was. He gave his all to his family. He gave his all to his community. He gave his all to his job. He gave it all to his church. And he gave his all to us. So the first thing my dad taught me, you know, we was raised out there in the country. My dad worked sometime 12 to 15 hours a day. One thing he taught me, he says, to work hard, but work smarter. Work hard, but work smart, and work while other folks are asleep. Always start early. You know, we never forgot. He always said, it's an early bird that gets the worm. And my dad had a way of getting up early. He prepared early in the morning, 4:30, and he got up without an alarm clock. Worked hard all day long. So he set an example of a man that worked hard and took care of business for his family. The second thing my dad taught was to put family first. Put your family first. Take care of your family, you know. You have the responsibility to provide for the well-being and safety of your family. So he said, take family responsibility. Take responsibility for your family. So put your family first. Number 3, my dad taught me to be honest. Be honest. Tell the truth. Your reputation depends on it. You know, that you only, you know, that was the 4th thing he said. You are only as good as your word. Do what you say. So be honest, be truthful. You're only as good as your word. So, the number 1 thing he said was work hard, but work smart. Number 2, put your family first. Number 3, be honest. Tell the truth. Your reputation depends on it. And number 4, you're only as good as your word. Do what you say. If you're not going to do it, don't say it and don't promise it. You know, don't overpromise. Don't overpromise what you cannot deliver. Number 5, what my dad taught me was always protect the family name. You know, we raised out there in the country where everybody knew who you were. Well, you were the Roy Jacobs son. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew who you are. So always protect the family name, and everybody knew who you are, and you want to represent. You want to represent who you are. So the scripture that he taught us, and I taught my son, a good name is rather be chosen than riches and silver and gold. So he said, protect your name. Your name is important. Number 6, he said, he taught me the principle of business. The principle of business. My dad was a businessman. He was a worker, farmer, but he was a businessman. He sold fruits and vegetables on the corner down in several places outside of Bastrop and Elgin. And he taught the principle of business. He says, have what people want, when they want it, and where they can get it. That is the principle of business. Have what people want. You have what they want it. When they want it, they don't have to wait on it. And then where they can get it. They can get it. Have it. Make yourself available, you know, right there on the corner where they can see you. They can find you. Don't hide nowhere. So he taught me that. And number seven, I think my dad taught me, is know the people you hang around with. You have to know the people you hang around with. There's a Bible verse that evil communication corrupts good manners. Another Bible verse said, if you run with the wise, you shall be wise. So my dad always said, make an inventory of the people you hang around with. You know, because some of the characteristics, some of the behavior that's on them is going to rub off on you. That your environment will change you before you try to change your environment. So he says you need to know the people you hang around with, because the people you hang around with are going to make you or break you. Somebody says, show me the 5 closest people to you, and I'll show you your future. So you got to know the people around you. So let me review. That was number 7. Number 1, he says, work hard and work smarter. Number 2, put your family first. Number 3, be honest. Tell the truth. Your reputation depends on it. Number 4, you're only as good as your word. Your word is your bond. Always protect the family name. Number 6, the principle of business. Have what people want, when they want it, and where they want it. Number 7, I just gave you. Know the people you hang around with. And number 8, he says, train your children. Show them you love them. And whatever, remember this, whatever you tolerate, they will repeat. Whatever you tolerate, they repeat. I told you my dad was a disciplinarian, and he didn't let you get away with too much. You know, and he didn't give you, he called you one time, that second time was too many. So train your children, show them you love them. And remember, whatever you tolerate, they will repeat. Number 9 is be an example of what you say. Be an example of what you say. People see who you are. Be an example. You know, if you're not going to be it, don't say it. And number 10, you got to love to serve others. Love to serve others. My dad was a number 1 server. He served everybody. He served his community. He served his church family. He served everywhere he served. And he got excitement from serving others. He felt good about doing something good for somebody. See, that's what the rewards are. When you serve others, you know, I found out that that's what the rewards are. Personally, spiritually, and economically. Jesus says that if you want to be a leader of all, if you want to be the leader, you're going to have to be a servant of all. And my dad taught me how to love to serve others. his thing was that if I could help somebody along the way, if I can share a song or a song of the song as the song go, if I can do anybody and make their life better, then I know my living will not be in vain. So the 10 things my dad taught me, and I want you to get those, is work hard, but work smarter. Put your family first. Be honest, tell the truth. Your reputation depends on it. And your word is your bond. You're only good as your word. Always protect the family name. The principle of business he taught me. Have what people want, when they want it, and where they can get it. Number 7, know the people you hang around with. Evil communication corrupt good manners. Number 8, train your children. Train your children. They're your children. You train them in the way they should go. The Bible says when they get old, they will not depart from it. Number 9, be an example of what you said. Like I said, my dad was a great example of a man who loved his family, who loved God, who loved his children. And number 10, you have to love to serve. Because Jesus was the greatest servant of all. The Bible says he come not to be served, but to serve others. So that was 10 things. 10 things I learned from my dad. I hope those things will help you and learn some lesson of life. I appreciate my father and the things he taught us. And if you grab these 10 things, I know you will be a better person. You can contribute more to life. Your family will be blessed because you applied these 10 things to your life. Hey, I got to go. But listen, will you follow us on Facebook Live every Thursday at 7:30? We're there. Follow James Jacobs Ministry. And go check out jamesjacob.org. There's our web page over there. You see some things. We got a blog out there. Things that help you, to develop you, and cause you to grow. And go to Amazon. You'll find, I have 2 books out there on Amazon. 52 Weeks of Wisdom is out there on Amazon. And then Leadership 3.0. Check those out on Amazon. Those books will inspire you, it'll help you, develop you, and to be the person you really wanted to be. All right? God bless you. Thank you. This is James Jacobs, VFO, of Word of Life Christian Faith Center and Word Family of Churches. Hey, like I always said, I'll see you real soon.